What's up everybody, it's me, Natalie. Today we're going to be making 3-ingredient peanut butter cookies, which is a perfect recipe for beginners because it's so simple. First, we're just going to go over what utensils you need to make these cookies. So you need a bowl, like a medium or large bowl. You need a 1-cup measuring cup, something to stir the dough with. I have this spatula spoon thing. And then this one's optional, but this is called a melon baller. And I'm just going to use this to scoop the dough onto our cookie sheets. Now, before we get going with the recipe, we need to preheat our oven and get our cookie sheet set up. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. This is the cookie sheet we're gonna be using. And this is a silicone mat that we put on the cookie sheet to keep the cookies from sticking. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can just use like parchment paper or something. And now we have to preheat our oven. All right, here's our oven. We're gonna just go ahead and do upper oven, and these cookies need to be baked at 350, which is already selected, so we can just go ahead and hit start. Now that our oven is preheating and our cookie sheet is ready, we can set that aside and get started actually making the cookies. So what we're gonna need for this recipe is 1 cup of peanut butter, 1 cup of sugar, and 1 egg. Like I said, it's very simple. So I'm going to get all of our ingredients together and then we can mix them in the bowl. All right, now we can get ready to measure out our ingredients. To save from washing dishes, I'm going to use this 1 cup for both the peanut butter and the sugar, but we'll just fill it up with sugar first. That way it's not all sticky. So basically, all you have to do is just scoop it in there and break up those little clumps of sugar. Now, make sure your hands are clean for this part. I know mine are. And this isn't completely at the top, and I don't want to lose a bunch more sugar trying to get it all the way to the top. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a spoon. All right, here's my spoon. I'm just gonna scoop the rest of the sugar in. All right, here's our sugar. I'm gonna go ahead and set this canister aside, and we can go ahead and pour it in our bowl. Let's do the peanut butter. All right, to get the peanut butter into this cup without making a huge mess, and just to make it easier, I'm going to use another little spatula. It's just like this one, but way smaller. This is a brand new can of peanut butter. Check out that smooth top. All right, I'm gonna give it a little stir because it sometimes separates. That should be all right. We're just gonna go ahead and scoop it into our cup. All right, there's our cup of peanut butter. Now we have to put that in here too. So basically what you wanna do here is just scrape it as much as you can. Oh, there's our oven. It's heated up and ready. Just use this spatula to scrape all the peanut butter from the bowl, from the cup. Yeah, that's right. All right, that's, I think, about as good as we're gonna get. So go ahead and put this somewhere where it won't get peanut butter everywhere, like your sink or something. That's what I'm gonna do. Be sure when you're baking to clean up as you go. That way there isn't a huge mess to clean up afterward. So I'm gonna go ahead and put my peanut butter and my sugar back where they belong. The last thing we need to add into this recipe is 1 egg. So cracking eggs is a little difficult sometimes if you're new, but I've got it down. Basically, what I do is you tap it, and then this kind of circular dent forms. I call that the egg button. You press the egg button, and the whole thing comes apart. Be sure to throw out your eggshells and then go wash your hands with soap and warm water right away, because uncooked eggs can give you salmonella and we don't want that everywhere. Now that we've got all of our ingredients in the bowl, we can go ahead and start stirring with our larger spatula spoon tool. Make sure to get everything evenly mixed. Alright, it's coming along nicely. I still have some more stirring to do, but it should be looking like this if you're following along at home. Now this is an important part. Be sure to get all sides of the bowl and be sure to scrape out your spoon, because unmixed parts can get stuck in there pretty easy. And this is just the spoon from earlier when we were scooping the sugar into the cup. Now we can set that aside and continue stirring. Alright, that looks pretty good. Now that we're done stirring all our ingredients together, we can give it a quick taste test, but don't eat too much because cookie dough will give you a stomachache. That gets us a certified thumbs up. And now we can scoop these onto our cookie sheet. Alright, here we've got our cookie dough, our scooper, and our sheet with the silicone mat. We're just gonna start by getting a nice spoonful and then squeezing it to drop that ball onto the sheet. So just repeat that process until your cookie sheet is full. I'm gonna do the last row here with a spoon. Be sure to not use the spoon that you taste tested from, but I'm gonna grab a new one and I'm gonna scoop a couple spoonfuls with a spoon rather than this, just so you can get a feel for how much dough you need to scoop onto your own tray. Here's my spoon. I'm gonna just scoop a little bit of this and tap it on there. You can touch it, but remember to have clean hands. Germs will bake off in the oven, but it's still a good precaution to take, especially if you're serving these to other people. Alright, I'm gonna add a little bit of dough to the ones that I think are lacking. Now, this next step is optional. It's just something I've always done with my peanut butter cookies, but what you're gonna need is a fork. Remember that sugar canister from earlier? We're gonna need that as well. So what you wanna do here is press down the cookies with the fork. I'm just gonna go ahead and sprinkle some onto each one. Alright, now, as you saw with this one, you're gonna press it down with the fork so there's those lines in it, but go both ways. So it's a little cross-hatching action. It makes your cookies look cuter, I guess. A lot of people have had them this way for forever. So, and again, this is optional, but I like to do it to my peanut butter cookies. Now that they're all pressed out, we can sprinkle a little tiny bit more sugar on each of them. We're done with this bowl, but there's still plenty of dough left for just eating. And we clean up as we go, so I'm gonna put this sugar back. And yep, here they are, ready to go in the oven. Alright, make sure you've got your hot pads so you don't burn yourself on the oven. We're gonna go ahead and slide our cookies in there. And we're gonna let those cook for 6 to 8 minutes. While our cookies are baking, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys about Riot Sauce Mixes. This business was started by my aunt, as you can recall from the video where we made chewy sugar cookies. She has helped me from the start with my YouTube channel, and honestly, I cannot thank her enough for that. But now she's starting her own business of sauce mixes. So what these are is a bunch of delicious herbs in different flavors, and you add sauce to them like ketchup and mayonnaise and stuff like that. Just base sauces, and it takes your sauce game to the next level. What we've got here, which is one that my family enjoyed so much, we've already torn into it. Half the bag is gone. This is the secret sauce. This works great on burgers and things like that to add that zesty tang to it. It really makes it delicious. And then here we've got the house sauce, which is sweet with a mild heat. That works good with anything you're grilling and upgrades that flavor a whole lot more. And then here is a ranch, one of the most popular flavors. Who doesn't love ranch? I mean, ranch is good with everything. So this is Riot Sauce Mix. Go check it out. It's on Amazon. Search Riot Sauce Mix. It's fantastic. I definitely recommend it. Thanks, Aunt Toby. I'm gonna go ahead and give one more shout out. This recipe was recommended to me by my good friend Sandy, who sent me not only the recipe, but these nice measuring cups and the scoopers for the dough. So thank you so much, Sandy. Sorry it took me so long to bring this video to life. I've just been super busy lately, and I appreciate everything you do for me, and I appreciate your patience and the fact that I took so long to make this video. Now it's time to taste test. That's great. That's real yummy. Love peanut butter. Cookies will be done soon, I think. That's delicious. Man, that's so good. I love... Huh? The cookies are done! Yippee! Alright, our cookies are done, so we can go ahead and take them out of the oven. If you want to use two hands with your hot pads, please do. I just bake a lot, so I'm good at doing one-handed, but I don't want any of my viewers getting burned because they tried to be cool like me. I'm not cool. Anyway, so now we just hit the off button and that oven will turn off. We're gonna go ahead and set these somewhere where they won't burn the countertop. Alright, now we're gonna transport all these delicious looking cookies onto this little rack so they can cool. Now be careful and don't touch the cookie sheet. It's still very hot. This little spatula was also from my friend Sandy. So thank you, Sandy, for all the wonderful utensils you sent me. Oh, they're breaking. I'm gonna do a little work off camera. Alright, now we've got our cookies all done. I'm gonna try and give you a look without spilling them all onto my countertop. Let's go ahead and give them a taste. If I can grab one without it breaking, they're a little soft. See? Look at that. Shattered in my hand. Alright, let's give it a taste. Oh man, that's fantastic. The peanut butter really makes it great. Like, I actually haven't had a peanut butter cookie in a very long time, and that's wonderful. Well, I suppose now it's time for goodbyes. Thank you to Sandy for the wonderful recipe idea and all the nice utensils you sent me to help me make this recipe. Remember to check out Riot Sauce Mix on Amazon. And thank you for watching the video. If you have any recipes, it could be cookies or cupcakes or anything. If you have a recipe that you want me to make, go ahead and let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. I'm going to use it to scoop the cookie dough. Gosh, dang it! So, try that again. Also, one second, dude. I'll be right back.